situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New York Giants.
To kick off for New York.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
You're supposed to be streaming, then you worry about me. You're supposed to be streaming. I ain't got to stream. I'm home.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And Johnston sent in motion. Now it's Herbert. Pass out left finds Johnston. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Trying to run for it with Hampton. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. Back to Hampton on first down. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Yo. What the fuck, bro? Yo. Browns. He on the Browns. Oh, the dude on my team that I want to trade for? The dude that I want or the dude I'm giving up? He on the Browns, bro. Free safety, Kirby Joseph.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today it's week 4, and we've got
I'll play you after this game. I just started, bro.
As it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New York Giants.
Franchise game. But hey, you found them? Oh, yeah. Let me know if you have. Okay. Hey, so it's gonna be Kirby Joseph for my worst running back.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the ground, this is Amari in Hampton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Giant defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. They had 3 yards on first down.
This shit sound funny, bro.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Black.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
59. Go.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Trying to lay one up deep.
Oh!
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
Another fucking play, baby.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of
What
mistakes
a fucking
like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. Powers through it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next to receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
A Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right? That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
60 Bisons, go!
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Yeah, fourth and 4. I can go for it.
They'll go. Here's Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Dart going to give to Scannaboo. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 10. He's going to try and take off with it. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Let's go, boy.
Jackson Dart.
Very good on that.
Touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Giants 7, Chargers 0. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert going to give to Hampton. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Herbert. They'll set up the screen.
Oh, shit.
Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
Here's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Herbert off the bootleg.
Oh, come on. Yes, sir.
Incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Cap.
Herbert off of play action. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Again, Herbert.
Oh, come on. You're supposed to be there.
That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. We're going orange. 21. Baylor Tiger. Ready?
Back to throw here, Herbert.
Oh, he dropped it.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Second and 10. Herbert back to the air. Setting up the screen, Harris. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look.
Oh, yeah!
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
A 52-yard attempt.
Oh, he blew it.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. An inside run with
Get off me!
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Throwing, dart.
Oh, pretty bad pass.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there.
Damn, I was that possession.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Ooh, yes, sir.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 6. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And out across midfield, down to the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the give, it's Vidal. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert.
Oh, yeah!
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Paulson to Debo. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The quick throw out of line caught by Robinson. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Third down and 13. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Yeah, he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
God damn, man. Getting the turnovers I knew it can't be done with.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Play action this
yes, sir.
Justin Herbert. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down.
Oh, yes, sir. Beautiful.
The Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing his dart. Open man downfield is Johnson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Graham Gano on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To throw, Dart.
Oh my goodness.
Winds up incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. It's Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw now, Dart. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now it's Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hampton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in?
On first down, it's Hampton. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Herbert now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Oh, he got that shit off. Wow.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's Herbert. Incomplete to McConkey. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
First carry for Najee Harris. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Herbert.
Incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead
He dropped the touchdown?
Took the shot in the end zone.
Yikes.
And on 3rd down, maybe said forget about the
Yikes.
sticks. We want 6.
Yikes. He dropped the touchdown in the end zone.
And this one is
And you nick.
through.
Okay, this is the EA shit.
Penalty marker on the field, so let's
This
see
is
what
the
this
EA
is
shit.
about.
Because what type of stupid shit
And
is
they'll
that?
accept that penalty.
You know what? They made it right. They made it right. He dropped the touchdown, but they gave you the 4th down. Fuck, bro. Wow. Let him stop that 3. No, that's typical Giants shit, though. I knew better.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Harris.
Oh! Come on, bro.
And the offense is able to pounce on it.
Come on, man.
The 5-yard line. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal.
And not drop a pick. And not oh my goodness. This is some bullshit going on right now.
They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
I drop a pick, he drops a pick. He gets a 4. Come on. What is
3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's go.
They snap it to Herbert.
Oh!
He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone.
Fourth down stop on the goal line.
Is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They work now on 2nd and 9. And they'll go with a ground attack here.
Got to the
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1 yard.
I can't even get out my own end zone.
Back to 3rd and 10.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Jesus.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone.
Oh, what a catch, Wandell!
And he's able to get this one all the way past the...
What a throw and what a fucking catch. That was perfect.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL.
That was
on EA
perfect.
Sports.
32-yard line.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with the football and
The
also
back
the
of his
lead
own
as we
end
get
zone.
set to start
On the
quarter
1 yard
number
line.
4.
Got us up out of there.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Scatteroo. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Let's go now. Hurt. Let's go.
They'll stay on the ground with Scatteroo. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
19 Tiger.
To throw his dart.
Oh, that was a... Oh, Jackson. Jackson.
And the Chargers are right back
Jackson,
in this
dart.
football game.
Fuck, man. No, that was
Holding
the
on to the
pressure.
lead at this stage in the 2nd half. Those are the types of plays
You
you really
would
want to try and
put
stay
a
away
little
from.
bit closer
And when
on
you're
the
a
money.
rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work
Yeah.
on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Here's Herbert.
Oh, yes, sir.
This is intercepted.
That pressure.
Should do it.
That pressure.
By Bobby Okereke. And the Giants are going to get the football here at
On his ass all day.
line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
That's almost be another interception.
Incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Now Dart. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
18 Cardinal, 18.
They'll try and run here with Scatterblue. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go. Here's Dart.
Oh, yes, sir.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, shit. I didn't even see him. That boy came through that hole quicker than a bitch. Oh, wrap this shit up. I didn't even see him. That's how much he was on my ass, boy. Oh, yeah. We're going to have it down. We're going to have to wrap this up. I won't take no more hits like that. No more hits, nigga.
Shut up! Cowboy 80!
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This will be from 56 yards out. this kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
This is 1st and 10. Herbert. Now he's going to step up and run. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here comes 2nd down. Throwing, Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
One last throw here for Herbert. Finding Allen. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. So
it was ugly. It's an ugly win, but we got it. It's an ugly win, but we got the win nonetheless.
Fashion impressive.
Would it be too bland of a
Shout out to the defense.
Have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
goal line stops and all.
But yeah, you're right.
Most games it wouldn't have been enough. So they've
And
got to go
touchdown
into
is
the
Jackson
locker room and
Dart.
applaud their
Touchdown.
defensive mates and say, guys, you really
Nigga
carried
barely
us
threw for
today.
100
We'll
yards.
try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys
Look,
are
3
nails out there.
interceptions. Niggas had you couldn't do shit.
So for the Giants, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here.
Nice catch by
And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll see.